Carlos Montoya is a native of the south side of San Antonio, known to some only as the man who eats only obscure fruits and grilled meats. Having been a guitar player since the age of 17, his interest in the electric guitar moved him from assisting with sound and lighting at the Esperanza Peace and Justice Center to working as a guitar technician, and meanwhile, as a longtime cyclist, his inclination towards self-sufficiency and problem-solving led from repairing guitars to working as, this is cool, an evidence-based bicycle mechanic for the past 14 years, because there are some theoretical ones, and it doesn't work. So it says evidence-based. He is a non-competitive cyclist who prefers riding in the oppressive heat of summer. Please give it up for Carlos Montoya.
I start by thanking all the folks that get this going, and a lot of hard work. I can see getting it all set up, so just getting started. This rolled into the shop and needed to be replaced. The darker bit there you see is the inner tube inside of the tire. They had rolled about 10 miles up until this point, so it was quite impressive that it hadn't blown out. This was at a bike show. Somebody had fabricated a rack for carrying wine bottles. It doesn't rattle. It's a pretty good design. Bike headlights on it. Really cool stuff. This is a Sherpa from Nepal who stopped at the shop 2 years ago. He wants to visit 150 countries. He started in 2003. He hopes to visit 150 countries by 2020. I think he is on the west coast of Africa. This is an interesting street. Michigan, from Woodlawn all the way up to Hildebrand, has no stop signs or lights. So if you're on that side of town, it's not a bad way to cruise by. This is a brake cable off of a disc brake. There's a couple of strands left still holding it up. Again, this rolled into the shop, and we got that fixed. This is James. There's a lot of cyclists who are also musicians. This is James. He races both stage races and criteriums. He's a drummer, really good guy, really fast. Storage issues. A lot of folks ask for the bike. This is a portable space heater. Didn't have a photo of it before, but it does have it for. So look around. There's always cool stuff to use as a bike rack. There's a fabricator named Dario Pegaretti. The top frame had an interesting effect where it looked like all the letters from the logo had fallen to each end of the tube as if the frame had been rotated around. The bottom one's just got paint jobs he does in his shop. This is Song. He's a journalist from North Korea who rode from Toronto, Canada, stopped through here by the shop on his way to Mexico City, where he's going to be for a few years learning Spanish. Really cool guy. We helped him out, got his bike going. This is Walters. It does have some stop signs and there are a couple of light signals, but it's a really great way to cruise down from about Hayes Street, about as far south as maybe Hiawatha. Pretty good distance down on the east end of town. And Michigan's on the west. This is another flat that came through the shop. This is just a branch, a piece of wood that was on the ground, went through the tire and through the tube, and flattened the tire quite fast. It actually held for a while, but they made it to the shop, and so it's really cool. On the right side is Scott. He's a guitar player with his brother Chris, and they are both cyclists and also race. stage races and criteriums. Really fast guys, really nice guys, and good musicians, good guitar players. This is a real strange, it's a side bicycle. It's from somewhere, we weren't really sure. It's not very well designed, and it's really strange to ride. It's very uncomfortable and probably dangerous. Occasionally I'll cruise around and find some odd stuff, so this is something on east of the Hayes Bridge, if you've ridden in that area. It's an interesting street sign. It's hot, so a lot of folks, sunscreen, that whole thing. But this is the first time I've ever seen so much sunscreen applied to somebody that it pooled at the rim. At the it's all over the frame, but it's impressive when it's on the wheels. As a quick repair, I found the department store bikes have some weird names sometimes. This one was Vaporizer, and the tag underneath it says, "Take me to your leader." So somebody slipped that past the boss somewhere. This was ridden several thousand miles. This was just kind of interesting that the rubber seal had held all the grime on one end and kept everything rolling on the other. Just found it interesting because the rest of the bike was not in very great shape. A lot of stuff had worn out, broken. This is Presa on the south side. They recently repaid this. It's got a bike lane and will take you pretty far south. It's really nice now. So there weren't very many potholes before, but it's even nicer now. This is Tomas. He's a paletero, sells popsicles. You'll see him all over town. He walks this paleta cart from Fredericksburg all over. Really nice guy, really good paletas, watermelon especially, and strawberry. And this is the Downtown High Life Bicycle Club. Started a few years ago. There are some original members here today, and it's since grown to something quite awesome. And yeah, check it out. It's a really good group of cyclists. So, yeah.
Carlos Montoya, thank you very much. Quick question or two. Well, first of all, what's your shop? Do you have a special shop where you work out of?
I'm actually at Bike World at the Pearl Brewery at the rental shop.
Oh, okay. And now, what's the name of that
Downtown High Life Bicycle Club. It goes by a few names, but that's one to look up.
And now, where would they find that? What would they do? What's the hazing ritual and the initiation like?
Last Friday of the month, 9 p.m. at the Alamo.
Okay, and where do you ride?
We don't usually know. Sometimes they figure it out right at the start. Just depends.
And what's your favorite street? Now, there was Michigan. What was that? Hildebrand to?
Oh yeah, Hildebrand to Woodlawn. There's no stop sign.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
How far is that?
It's only about 15 blocks, but still, it's pretty nice.
How fast do you go?
Not very fast. There's a couple of hills. So, yeah.
Right. How fast do you go down there, officer?
Keep it efficient.
Efficient. Okay. And now, do you make stuff like that? Some of the weird things that we saw, like that.
No, those are
rack.
Repairs.
That was a nice rack.
Yeah, the rack was from a bike show. Yeah.
I was waiting to use that. Okay.
Yeah, it's from a bike show.
And now, also on the south side, Presa.
Yeah.
Some of the streets in there are getting fixed up, like you mentioned. Is it a lot easier to ride around San Antonio? We see the signs now that says bicycle-friendly city. Are we really?
Yeah, it's there. It's pretty much there. All the major streets that travel great distances or traverse those great distances are in some really great shape now.
And is there one stupid thing that people come in with their bikes all the time and you just want to tell them, don't ever do that again?
I don't think so. I mean, it's usually just stuff falling off of vehicles and, on the highway, but can't help that sometimes.
Okay, and do you like doing that, or do you like the music and lights and stuff better?
Oh, it's an even split, guitar playing. bikes, all that stuff.
Last quick question. What is the difference between an evidence-based bicycle mechanic and the others?
There are a lot of mechanics, if a bike is creaking or something like that, they'll simply grease or lubricate everything or just kind of throw it in.
Yeah, that's a guy, I think.
Rather than do that, I like to find out why it has some issue. And so it does take a little longer, but make sure it's not a safety issue, that sort of thing, and get some answers.
All right, give it up for Carlos Montoya. Thank you.